Hello YouTubers, my name is Shane Walsh from County Kerry in Ireland and welcome to my channel. This is just a brief video on two major pests that do a lot of damage to your cacti and succulent collection, and these are mealie bugs and red spider mite. With mealie bugs, it's pretty easy to see the damage, and it's quite easy to see the actual pests. With red spider mite, it's not so easy, and it's usually the damage is done before you actually see the pest. So with these plants here, I'll just show you what the damage. With mealie bugs, this is what happens. This is Porticularia, and these have been attacked by mealie bugs, and you can see the damage that it causes by usually the mealie bugs go into the little corners and little crevices of the plant, and what happens then, the leaves drop and they do an awful lot of damage. These hopefully will pull through. I've already sprayed them, so I think I've got rid of the problem, hopefully. This little aloe, this is black gem, and again you can see the damage, and I'll just show it up to the camera here, the damage what is already done. And actually what happens, and you get secondary rot, which then will finish off the plant. And you can see there actually some of the little mealie bugs there. You can see it. And I'll show you up here with this one here, which is Crassula gollum. I'll just show you where the, again, mealie bugs. And you can see the mealie bugs there. Now I haven't treated this one, so I will treat it after the video. You can see what the mealie bug is doing, obviously sucking the sap, and also you can see the little droplets of honeydew, which is excretes, and this then the honeydew attracts sooty mold, which again impedes photosynthesis in the plant if it's very, very bad. With mealie bug, it does pay to look at your plants every day or once or twice a week and keep populations down. Now you can use sprays, which I will show you now, such as Bug Clear Ultra, which is a systemic spray, and then two different organic type sprays. The one in the middle, which is Bayer, which I've been using good for years, with mixed enough results, but especially with pests, especially with mealie bugs and spider mite, you have to spray. Obviously, when you see the pests, you spray them, and then 10 days later to spray them again, because any larvae or unhatched eggs, usually it takes about 10 days for them to hatch out, and then you'll have to spray again. Neudorf, this is a spray from Germany, an organic spray. Had mixed results with it, but again, a lot of pests, especially mealie bugs and red spider mite, can get your resistance if you're using the same spray. So it's probably good to maybe use different sprays. This one I've been using this year, which is Bug Clear, which is systemic, and systemic goes on working because the plant takes it up. So they're the sprays to use if you really have a bad infestation. Now, obviously, especially with the mealie bugs, if you see ones and twos, and I wouldn't bother spraying. I'd use maybe a toothpick or a pin to kill them. Red spider mite, again, is quite a troublesome pest, and this is what happens. You see that they go for the growing tips of the plant. You can see here the damage that is done to this Echinopsis. See here, it's only actually on two sections. Now this plant will outgrow this damage, but I usually find with red spider mite I don't see it during the growing season, but it seems to happen usually in January, February, and when you see the damage, because I bring my plants in over the winter, so they're here, there, everywhere. Because obviously in the greenhouse, you're checking every day, but you wouldn't be checking every day in different rooms. So basically, what you should do, and what I will be doing this year after the growing season, I'll be spraying with a systemic pesticide before the growing season ceases, and maybe again in around March, April, when the plants start waking up and growing again. So that's damage done with red spider mite on a cactus. On a succulent, so this here is Gasteria nigricans, you can see what it does. And if you were to look at this plant not very carefully, or just glancing, you think, oh, there's probably, is it nutrient deficient or what? But when you look very, very closely, you can see small little webs. I don't think you're going to get it up with the camera here. Small little webs, which are basically the red spider mite, which is a member of the spider family, acrinids, and they spin webs and they suck the sap. So you can see what damage it does here. So now, if I didn't treat this plant, with parts of it, maybe not all of it, would eventually die. So the plant takes on a kind of a yellowy, sickly color to its leaves. And I had this plant about 15 years. This is the first time ever it's got any pests such as red spider mite. And it's funny with this pests such as red spider mite, it may affect one plant and it won't touch any other plant, whereas with the mealie bugs, if you have it on one plant, you're going to get it on another. So that's just a small little video on what the damage can be done with these two pests, red spider mite and mealie bugs. So thanks again, folks, and subscribe to me, Shane Walsh, in County Kerry in Ireland. And until the next video, goodbye.